Hello, this is the Council on Independent Fundamental Bible Doctrine. I'm doing my next video in the Amazing Word series in the science section. It's titled Info Ahead of Its Time. Again, there are so many of these there's so much science in the Bible and information ahead of its time. I'm having to struggle to find titles for it, so I'm just kind of giving it a general title, giving it a message of what the video contains, and it's basically info that's in the Bible that just way ahead of its time. Okay? And there's just video after video of this stuff. There's a lot of information in the Bible, and this series is not even going to carry all of it. Okay, just a good solid piece of it. All right, here we go. Isaiah 40:12. Who hath measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, and metered out heaven with a span, and comprehended the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in scales and the hills in a balance. Science caught up over 3,000 years later regarding the anthropic principle, understanding that there is just enough water on earth to support life. And there are many items that are fine-tuned to life that if it decreased or increased any, all life on earth would cease. Some of these, like gravity, okay? Are you aware that if gravity was just a little bit more or less, no life on earth could exist? If the earth was just a little closer or further away from the sun, no life on earth could exist. If the earth's crust was a little thicker or thinner, no life could exist on the earth. If the electromagnetic field was beyond a certain degree stronger or weaker, no life could exist on the earth. If the strong and weak nuclear force became greater or lesser, no life on earth could exist. When you look at these things and the many other things, that's not all of them by any means, okay? There's around 100 of them, okay, that are part of the anthropic principle. You eventually come to the realization of what are the odds? And the answer to this question is huge. It is so huge that most scientists have now admitted that the chance for another Earth being out there is practically impossible. It's like 1 in 10 to the negative 55th, right? And I would submit to you it's even greater than that. However, they say it's like hitting the bullseye with a dart on a dartboard from space. Okay, that's the illustration that they give. Okay, even though science is just learning this, the Bible knew it 3,000 years ago. Prior, okay, when it says, Isaiah 45:18, for thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it, hath established it and created it, not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. Oh, okay. That would fit with, metering out the water, measuring out, okay, the things that are needed. Why do we just happen to have exactly what we need to survive? Not too much that we can't survive, and not too less that we can't survive. Why do we happen to have just what we need, and only on this planet? I wonder. The earth is fine-tuned just for us, just for life. There is no doubt. This did not just happen. The odds are too great. Life is too unique. It is not an accident. It was not a big bang, because you do not get order from chaos. An explosion in a room of chairs and desks does not produce desks and chairs in a row. And anything that did explode or expand would have had to come from an eternal cause, or otherwise it came from nothing, breaking the law of cause and effect. Plants take in carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. Animal and humans then take in the oxygen and produce carbon dioxide. Gravity holds All these things in its location, moving in its circuits and their axes, generating magnetic fields that protect us from the sun's bad rays that would cook our planet, but allowing the sunlight rays that help plants produce the oxygen to pass through. It is all one big ordered, organized universe full of obviously manufactured integrated systems. Okay? That the anthropic principle was discussed in the Bible. Not the anthropic principle is not just present in nature. It was discussed in the Bible that God made it, metered it out, measured it out, just so it would be inhabited. And what do we have? We have a certain amount of this and a certain amount of that, just enough to support life and not kill, not destroy us. Okay, not too much gravity and not too little gravity to destroy us, but just enough, measured out, metered out, just what we need. And that's exactly what the Bible says. And that's exactly what we have. Where is the way where light dwelleth? Okay, light was thought to be instantaneous up until the 1700s. The Bible implies that light has a way in which it moves. Again, written about 4,000 years prior to science catching up to the Bible and realizing light travels. God could have asked Job, where does light dwell? It's simple, it's concise, and still would show Job that God is greater and produce the humility in him that God wanted. But no, God says, where is the way where light dwelleth? He uses the word way, totally unnecessary, okay, for his purpose with Job, but maybe not so unnecessary for his purpose with us. Amazing how God can write something and it be specifically crafted for us, for science, specifically, but yet also for another. Again, the Bible just so happens to state correct, accurate science again and again and again. To make the weight for the winds. Okay, science did not know air had weight until almost 4,000 years later. Again, the Bible way ahead of science. This is stated in a way that just so happens to have accurate science. And people, these are not all of them. This is just a scratch of the surface. But the air has weight. Now, whoever would think just living in it that the air has weight? You wouldn't. You would think, oh, there's no weight on me. Okay? The air doesn't have any weight. The air is the air. It floats or whatever. But science has determined that the air actually has weight. And what did the Bible say in Job 28:25 says the air has weight. Okay? So it says it again, thousands of years before science figures it out. But see, like I said, it's not just the possession of true science in the Bible, it is the exclusion of false science. You don't find any false science. All you find is these allusions to stuff that they couldn't have understood back then, but it just so happens that these verbalizations match scientific facts of our day. That's what we have in the Bible. All right, thanks a lot. I'll get another one on when I can.